Have you ever felt like someone's watching you, but there's no one supposed to be there? My name's Elias. I live alone in an old house on the edge of the woods. Maine, it was left to me by my uncle. He disappeared 5 years ago. The police said he walked into the forest and never came back. But I know the truth. He didn't walk away. He was taken. And when I first moved in, everything seemed normal. Old house, solid walls, water, electricity. But the wires in the basement looked like someone had been rearranging them at night. First 2 weeks, silence, just wind, rain, birds. Then, on the third night, I heard knocking, not at the door, not at the window, from below, from the basement. I went down. Nothing. Dust. Old boxes. Concrete floor. But on the floor, there was a wet trail, like someone dragged a soaked towel. From the wall to the stairs, and beside it, barefoot footprints. But not human. 2 long toes. And wrong, like they didn't bend right. I locked the basement door. The next day, it was open. That's when I started looking. In the house, in the sheds, in the woods. And I found the first rule on the back wall of the old shed under layers of paint. Something had been scratched. If you see shadows with 3 heads, don't look at them. Close your eyes and count to 7. I didn't understand, but 3 days later I saw them. It was raining. I was standing by the window, watching the trees, and suddenly 3 silhouettes between the trees. They weren't moving, but each had 3 heads arranged in a triangle. Yeah, I froze. They just stared. I remembered the message. Closed my eyes, counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. When I opened them, they were gone. But the next morning, there was a wet shoe on the porch. Men's size 11. My uncle wore size 11. I checked his things. His old shoes were still in the closet. This one wasn't his. That's when I realized they return what they take. I kept searching. Behind a brick wall in the basement, I found a hidden niche. Inside, a folder with a note. Don't open this if you're alone. I opened it. Photos, people, same scene every time. They're looking out a window, eyes closed, blue mark around the neck, like a rope on the back of each. They didn't hear the voice. They didn't survive. And one photo was mine, taken last night. Me, asleep, and at the window, a shadow with 3 heads. I almost lost it. Called the police. They came, checked the house, found nothing, said stress, isolation. You should move to town. I almost believed them, almost. But that same night, the sound from the basement changed. Before, it was knocks. Now, it was whispering. I pressed my ear to the hatch, and I heard, Elias. You've already heard the voice. You've already seen, but you still don't understand, boy. We're not hunting you. We're hunting for you. I jumped back, heart pounding, then laughter, deep, layered, like multiple voices laughing at once. I decided to leave, packed my things. Car started. I drove down the road, and in the rearview mirror, all 3 shadows stood at the gate. I floored it. 20 minutes later, the car died. Gas was full, but the engine just shut down. I walked Through the forest trail, 3 hours later, I found an abandoned cabin. Inside, a kerosene lamp, a book, on the cover, a blue sunflower. I remembered the legend, if you see a blue sunflower, run. It's not a flower, it's an eye. I dropped the book, but the lamp suddenly lit up, and on the wall, a shadow appeared, mine, but with 3 heads. I ran. When I got back to the house, it was different. Door open, lights on. In the kitchen, the kettle was boiling. On the table, a note. You almost escaped, but you need to know we are not your enemies. We are the ones who watch, so you don't break the rules. Your uncle broke them. He heard the voice from the basement. He answered. Now he's with us. You can still survive. Follow the rules and never speak to what's below. I stood by the hatch, wanted to open it, but I remembered the note. Never respond. I covered my ears, went upstairs next day. In the basement, there was a door that wasn't there before. Old, wooden, 3 locks and a sign. If you open this, you become who's behind it. I blocked it with furniture, nailed boards over it, but every night, the key turns in the lock. One night, I couldn't take it. I crept close, pressed my ear to the wood, my uncle's voice, weak, broken. Elias, let me go. I don't want to be here. Open the door. I promise I'll leave. I almost believed him. My hand reached for the board. Then all 3 locks clicked at once, and the voice changed. Now it was many voices, a chorus. He's not your uncle. He's not human. He's the loop. He traps those who feel pity. You're next. But you can still survive, follow the rules, and never answer the voice from below. I collapsed, ran upstairs. Since then, I've been keeping records. I've finally understood. This house isn't a trap. It's a barrier. The things below, they're not demons. They're the watchers. They're holding something much worse back. But the watchers get tired. The rules must be followed exactly. Every time I hear that voice, I lose a piece of myself. I don't remember my mom's name. I don't remember my dog's face. All I remember are the rules. Here they are. 1. If you see shadows with 3 heads, close your eyes and count to 7. Never look into their eyes. 2. If you hear a voice from the basement, don't answer, even if it sounds like someone you love, even if it's crying. 3. If you find a blue sunflower, burn it. Do not read what's written on the back. 4. If a new door appears in the basement, don't open it. Don't touch the locks. 5. If a strange object appears on your porch, throw it into the woods. Never touch it with bare hands. 6. If you're alone, never turn on all the lights in the house at once. 7. If you hear someone counting to 7, run. It's not you. If you're hearing this voice, if you're alone in a house, if something's moving in your basement, don't answer, don't look, don't open, because one day you'll wake up below and you'll start whispering from the other side of the door. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're not alone.